In 1923, brothers Roy and Walt Disney started what would become the Walt Disney Studios. After years of doing shorts, Walt found great success in making the world's first full-length animated movie, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The movie, first dubbed as Disney's Folly, would soon become the highest-grossing film in the world up to that point. He followed it up with Dumbo, another success for the studio. But, not having an international market because of World War II, the next two features, Pinocchio and Fantasia, both lost money. In 1941, Disney also had to deal with an animator strike, and by the end of the year, Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, bringing the United States into the war. Where would Walt and his studio go from here? I'm Professor History, and this is History in 8 Minutes or Less. With the U.S. now embroiled in World War II and his studio's future in doubt, Walt Disney had a lifeline thrown to him by the United States government. In 1941, the studio was doing shorts for Canada about the importance of buying war bonds. This caught the eye of the U.S. State Department. They knew of Disney's talent for animation and storytelling. At the time, Nazi propaganda was threatening our hemisphere in Latin America. The U.S. commissioned the studio for a goodwill film of sorts. It was to be a documentary showcasing the people and culture of Latin America, accompanied by well-known Disney characters. They sent Walt and his animators on an all-expense-paid 12-week trip. The most popular Disney character at the time would headline this movie. Not the mouse, it was this guy. Saludos amigos, which means hello friends, gave Donald Duck a new friend, Jose Carioca. It was released in 1942 to positive reviews and a strong box office. Even Goofy appeared in the movie as Gaucho Goofy, an American cowboy learning the ways of the native gaucho. The other shorts continued to highlight South American culture with new characters. Many historians assert that the movie did a better job at bringing the two Americas closer than the U.S. State Department in 50 years of trying. 2 years later, Disney continued this goodwill venture with The Three Caballeros, starring Donald Duck, Jose Carioca, and their newest friend from Mexico, Panchito Pistones. It would be the first full-length animated film to combine animated characters with live performers, such as the beautiful Aurora Miranda and her memorable interactions with a lucky duck. The U.S. State Department, impressed with the studio's storytelling prowess, commissioned 32 animated shorts to be made throughout the war. Donald Duck starred in almost every one, and his first would be in 1942's The New Spirit, a story about buying war bonds. However, it would be time for Donald to go to war, as he literally gets drafted in Donald Gets Drafted in the same year. He would continue in other shorts such as Commando Duck, Sky Trooper, Fall Out, Fall In, and many more. But his most famous turn would be in Der Fuhrer's Face. Donald is shown as a reluctant and somewhat brainwashed worker in a Nazi factory. The movie, as some of the other shorts, contains some racial stereotypes of the 1940s. Donald is shown as waking up as it was just a nightmare, happy to be in the arms of Lady Liberty. Der Fuhrer's Face ended up winning the Academy Award for Best Animated Short and became one of the most famous pieces of animated propaganda in history. Education for Death. This would contain no popular Disney characters, as it chronicled the children of Germany being indoctrined in the Nazi dogma. Eventually the children become Nazi soldiers, marching off to war only for it to fade to the image of countless graves. Hence, An Education for Death. Another feature film was produced, Victory Through Air Power, a documentary that aimed to build public morale for the US and the other Allied powers. It was not a financial success, however. As with the other commissions, the US would cover any losses incurred by these films. The Disney studio also made manuals, posters, and training films for the Allies, blending entertainment with important information on items such as weapons, repairs, and procedures. The home front was not ignored as propaganda was made for war bonds, rationing, and public support for the war effort. Characters such as Mickey, Minnie, and Pluto took center stage on the home front as Donald remained more on the front line. Hell, he even warned soldiers about not getting venereal disease.
That's good advice!
Disney characters were used as emblems, patches, and nose art. The studio even created a logo for the famous flying tigers. In 1945, Germany surrendered, and a few months later, so did Japan. World War II was finally over. Disney, as other studios, found ways to stay afloat while contributing to the war effort and extended goodwill to Allied nations while vilifying the Axis powers. One particular duck gained even more popularity above all other characters. On his 50th birthday, Donald was promoted to sergeant and honorably discharged from the army. It showed that studios, writers, and artists had value during an international crisis. Even a cartoon character. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you'd like to hear about next. If you liked our video, please hit subscribe. Catch you on the flip side.